Okay, this is kind of walking you through the syllabus that is posted in Schoology. I made this a homework assignment rather than reading this to you during class because we can use the class time for better things. Um, you're taking a course in statistics. On the front page here, one of the first things to notice is that we're expecting to use either TI-83 or TI-84 graphing calculator. At this point, we should pretty much be at TI-84s. If you have an 83, we can work around that, but you should be expecting to be working from TI-84s. This class meets during block A, so you have me at the beginning of each cycle. My frees this year are B, D, and G. My preferred mode of communication is email, so that's me, James Beam at gfs.org. You can reach me there. Um, there's a section here about course objectives. A lot of that's not going to make a whole lot of sense until you get into the course. So take a minute, skim that, read them over, but it's not it's lots of stat speak that will make sense once we get into things, but it's kind of our goals for this course. Things that you need the textbook. The textbook is by Triola. It's the 12th edition. There's going to be assigned readings from that. You do not need to bring that book to class, but you do need to have it. Again, because you should be using it as a resource and as to make sure that you're doing the assigned readings so that you can maximize your scores on formative and summative assessments. You have to have a calculator, okay? This is like non-negotiable, okay? You're seniors in high school heading on to university. This point you should have a TI-84 calculator, and you need to bring that to class every day. You need to bring a pencil every day. You should have your laptop in class every day because from time to time we're going to be referencing materials online. The course, as I have it laid out, is 8 units long. We move at a pretty decent pace, but it's not too fast. So there's 4 units in each semester. This is, right now you should be able to look and say, these are when my assessments are for the entirety of the year. I'm going to try to hold to those dates as best as I can. You'll notice that we pretty much end the year on May 13th because there's a lot of seniorness that's going on at that point. We may have like a class on the 14th or 15th, but the week after that is ISP. So be aware that that comes up fast at the end there. I know that it's hard to wrap your head around the end of the year, but I'm trying to keep that rolling. Okay, so that's enough about the calendar. Grading policy is changing for this year, so you need to be aware of this because campus-wide upper school is changing grading policy for this year. I've tried to be as clear as I can here in the writing. If you have questions about it, please ask. So you're going to get a course grade. The course grade is going to be the average of 2 semester grades. Okay, so that is a little different because your course grade used to be 2 semester grades and an exam grade. Now it's just 2 semester grades. Okay, hold off because the exam's coming. All right, so in each semester grade for mathematics, we're going to divide that into 2 parts. Okay, you're going to get part from your coursework, which is summative and formative assessments. That's 80%. The other 20% comes from your exam grade for that semester. So typically you would have 2 semester exams, one in the winter, one in the spring. The winter semester exam is 20% of the first semester grade. The spring semester exam is 20% of the second semester grade. Now, within the coursework portion of the grade, the summative informative part, summative assessments, which are like unit tests, will be 90% of the coursework portion of the grade. So of that 80% that is from the coursework, 90% of that comes from unit tests. Formative assessments, which generally speaking are quizzes, will be the other 10%. So it's a 90-10 breakdown within that 80%, and then the last 20% is the semester exam grade. Now, because this course is geared for graduating seniors, that throws things into a bit of a strange place. 100% of the second semester grade will come from coursework. You will not be taking a spring exam in this course. That's how I understand things. You will not be taking a spring exam in this course. So the 80-20 will work in the fall. 100% of your second semester grade comes from your coursework. So that's 90% from tests, 10% from quizzes, no exam in the second semester grade. All right. I have this caveat here. There is no extra credit in my class because we want you to know statistics and not just be someone who seems to know statistics. Retakes. Okay. So in this course, you will have the option to retake 2 summative assessments during the entire school year. Okay, so you get 2 shots at retakes all year long. Once you've used them, they're gone. Okay, so there's going to be 8 summative assessments. You can take retakes on 2. Okay, retakes must be done within 1 cycle of the day in which the assessment is returned. You need to notify me via email of the intention to retake. Okay, the retest score will be averaged with the score of the earlier test. So that's departmental. I have no control over that. The retest score will be averaged with the score of the earlier test. Keep in mind that assessments will look at things like, perseverance and thinking critically and working creatively and collaboratively. These are all those things that we monitor using the sliders, and also your work habits will be reported on your report card. Attendance policy, look, you're expected to be in class. It's just that simple. I have a few things from the upper school handbook here. A student who misses work due to an unplanned absence, such as an illness, has to speak with the teacher on the day of the return, and make arrangements for the missed work. Submit on the day of your return any assignment that was due on the missed day. Okay, so that's all in the student handbook. This isn't stuff that I'm making up. Day and boarding students may arrange to take missed quiz or tests during the proctored evening study hall if they are not able to schedule a time during the academic day. I am one of the study hall proctors, so please utilize that. And Mr. Wassel, I believe, is the other one, so we can work with you on that. Whether the absence is planned or unplanned, you're responsible to take care of your missed work. Okay. Planned absence, if you know in advance that you need to miss 1 or more classes for a reason other than a school organized field trip or activity, you have to have a request for a planned absence form. You do that through Ms. Beckford, the Dean of Students, and you follow the procedures followed on that form. Okay, so cutting a class, 6 demerits, defined as missing more than half of the class. Generally incurring 1 demerit is being late to a class by up to 10 minutes. Being more than 10 minutes late incurs 2 demerits. Being late for more than half the class counts as incurring 6 demerits. Again, straight from the student handbook, not from me. Okay. Uh, Academic honesty. This is the statement our school makes about academic honesty. I believe that this is a big theme right now, is integrity and honesty and all of this. I believe that one of the big challenging moments is clarity around group projects. From my own perspective, it's this. If you are collaborating on something and you're to provide individual work on that, then what should be able to happen is that the two people collaborating should be able to work together on a single sheet of paper and arrive at a result. Once they've arrived at that result, they should be able to recycle that sheet of paper and then each produce individual work from that. Okay, that way you have your work, the other student has their work. You are not handing in something that you have put together collaboratively. Okay, so collaboration leads to individual attainment, but collaboration is part of the process, not part of the product. I think that makes sense. Make sure that you read through the whole syllabus, but I think it's pretty clear. If there's anything that we need to change, we will. As you can see, like the last time I updated this was on the 4th of July, so that must have been fun. I guess it was that morning. And this is like the third revision that I've done this summer, so if there needs to be additional revisions, I am more than willing to do them. All right, so thank you, and gonna keep this close because this is the rules for this class. All right, thank you.